Games on Krack.
Perfect.
Games on Krack.
Yeah.
Let's do that over. Just because Casino Night wasn't loaded. It wasn't loaded. It wasn't loaded up. It wasn't loaded up. Start this over.
Take two, bitch.
On Krack.
No edits.
Season 2.
Season 2, bitch.
Episode 7.
Episode 7, bitch.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. Yo, it's your boy Crack Diesel. And I am joined by the sound guy, world
And
famous.
his name is John C.
Bitch.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah, hey. What did you
Shit,
Perfect.
Okay.
that shit was right on the fucking. We ain't playing that. I planned it. I was just letting him do his thing.
Yo, alright. Yo, hey, another episode. Oh boy, yeah.
You never know what the sound guy got up his sleeve, man.
This guy.
You never
This
know.
guy right here is a
You
real
never know.
card.
You never know.
He's a real card
you
over
never,
here.
You never know. You never
What the fuck
know.
does that mean?
I don't know.
Why
I don't know what white people be talking about, man.
Yo,
White people be on
yo,
some
white people in the
stupid shit.
20s was.
Just be saying some
All right, look
weird
at this.
shit.
Look at this guy over here. Has a real card.
I don't know what that's. Hold on. Joker. He a real Joker? Cause Joker, a card. I'm not thinking too deep into this. I think that's the real. I think that's what's up. I think that's right.
A Joker?
Bianca, Google that. Google that for us. You Google everything else. So let us.
Bianca
let us
in the
know,
building.
Let us know if that's what that means.
Hey.
Real trap shit.
Let us know if.
Yeah. Fact
Let us
checking.
know if that's. Well, I think that might be it. Like your real card. Like your real Joker.
You're a real card.
Yeah.
It's a real card. Stick 'em up, see?
Great Gatsby.
Yo, I don't know. Hey, shout out to
Gatsby
you
my
weirdos
shit.
in the roaring 20s. That's Prohibition era. That's how the Kennedys got rich.
Hey man. All I know, the Great Gatsby looked like it was a great time to party. It just looked like it was a great party time.
Niggas
That's
was
all.
fresh off the plague and
It
shit.
looked like it was a great party time,
Hey,
bro.
they
Falling
was-
in love with somebody to stay across the lake
Oh,
from you.
Don't talk about this. Great Gatsby. Stop talking about
Falling
this
in love with
literature.
somebody.
We don't
that-
talk. We don't talk about this white
Somebody-
literature. We just came
Fall
from
in
Mecca
love,
Con.
you
God
know,
damn it!
Seeing the green
All
light.
black. No. We ain't talking about the Great Gatsby. We ain't talking about the
the green
remake.
light.
We ain't talking Leonardo DiCaprio. Who was
Great
in that
literature,
shit?
man. Go
Toby.
check it out.
Who was in that shit? Was Toby in
One
that
of Toby's best performances.
Oh, Spider-Man. OG Spider-Man.
One of Toby's best performances, man.
Anyway, look,
Yeah.
yo. Hey, welcome back. to another show of Games on Crack.
Games
See what I did there?
on Krack.
Hey, man, look, shout out to everyone who listens and watches this podcast.
Appreciate you, man.
We love you and adore you.
I don't know about it.
Oh, you don't adore them? You only love them?
Are they adorable?
I don't know. I don't even know who listens to this. Who listens?
I don't
You
know,
got the
man.
numbers.
Story mode, babe. If you listening, I adore you. All right.
Hey, man.
That's where my shit ends right there for whoever's listening.
This podcast is available on multiple platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and the home base is Anchor. Go to anchor.fm/gamesOnCrack. We have optional subscriptions. Never required, always appreciated. Starting at 99 cents. Next tier is $4.99, and the
it.
next tier is $9.99.
That's it.
That is all. And with that money, I'm not going to go spend it on strippers. I'm going to actually reinvest into the show. I promise you. So, also check out the Games on Crack Facebook and YouTube pages. But with the pleasantries out of the way, what are we playing? Big Dog. Young Slaps.
Yeah.
From
yeah.
the East. What are you doing?
I'm leveling up everybody on Ultimate Alliance.
Okay.
So
That's it.
it's new game
that's all you
plus.
got.
It's new game plus.
Okay. All right. Getting somewhere.
That shit is hard.
It's really tough.
It is.
You haven't quit?
Nah.
Haven't thought about quitting?
I'm not like those little kids. But no, it's definitely a tougher go around. That's for sure.
That's
But
what's up.
at the end of this, I think you get something that levels your characters up faster.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to get through this shit.
Okay.
So I can do that.
Any other?
Cause I can't beat this DLC they dropped. I can't beat a lot of that shit. Like a lot of that shit is like level 85 and up.
Okay.
So I can't
You would have to.
even step foot in that bitch.
You would have to get to a specific level in order to even.
No, you could try.
Oh, okay.
You can try.
It's
I'm like
just
level
gonna go
60,
bad.
bro. Level 60, you dead in 60 seconds on some level 85 shit. Especially if it's like it's a wave of 200 motherfucking people coming at you.
Okay.
It's
And
a wrap.
the DLC, is it story based or is it?
It's not
just
story based. Just let's throw all these
new
hard ass
rooms and
missions. Yeah, let's throw all these hard ass missions.
Do you
at
wish they would have done some story?
I think they working on some story.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they working on some story.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, me on the other side, I didn't get to play anything this week at all.
Oh well, I mean,
I
you
played
did.
Devil May Cry. Oh no, actually, hey, I played Devil May Cry 4. Continued that. I am not cut out for this legendary Dark Knight, Dark Devil Hunter, whatever the fuck the
You
mode
quitting?
is. I'm not quitting. I just can't
Sound
do
like
that
it.
mode. I will explain why. Just give me a second. Look. All right. As you may know, as anyone who's played Devil May Cry also knows, you have red souls that upgrade your abilities. In the past iterations, past trilogy, you could actually have save points and hold on to these orbs. This is now no longer a thing in Devil May Cry 4. Once you use up your orbs, there is no going back to another save to maybe redistribute. Why did I say distribute?
Cool, man. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
No, you should have. That sounded
Nah.
really fucking
Nah,
weird.
I wasn't gonna. Wasn't gonna do you like that.
But no, just how sometimes you may upgrade things that aren't really beneficial to your build up, your character loadout or whatever.
Right.
I'm just not good enough, man. I have all the powers and everything, and I'm just stuck at one spot where I have to fight like these specters who are basically transparent, and I can't just beat them normally, just with range guns. None of the shit that I do works. nothing works anymore. So
Let's get on Gears. Fuck it.
I don't want to lead a game.
Let's just get on Gears.
I felt like such a fucking loser, man. It was a bad way to start off my week and end my week on video games because I just couldn't get anything done. I'm trash.
Bro, the only reason.
Well,
Ultimate
I'm not
Alliance
trash.
is
No,
getting
fuck
played-
that. No,
Hey,
wait a second. I'm not trash.
You are.
I'm not trash. I'm not gonna down myself like that. Listen.
No, we trash.
It is
We trash.
legendary Dark Knight mode.
Nah.
It's too much. It's just too much. I was talking about the little mode where you get hit one time and then you die. I said 100 people could probably beat that. I don't know
Nah,
if it's,
that shit difficult.
I don't know if. Look, man, it's tough. That's all I'll say. It's tough. I had absolutely I don't recall playing anything that tough in a while. Devil May Cry is a bitch, in a good way. This difficulty is just not for me. I'm not good enough.
Big whoop. Want to fight about it?
Just not. But we're gonna be moving on to Gears. The plan is to get. What you doing today? Okay. The plan is Gears 5 tonight.
What time?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
But tonight.
All right.
Tonight.
Bro, hey, if we get out of here, get
Sunday.
home, watch Power, and I'm good.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. You heard that here. We gonna be on Twitch. We gonna get
Some people
going.
already watch Snowfall in entirety, so it's nothing for me to rush for.
Damn.
Nothing for me to rush through.
I was just about to say, make sure you.
Damn.
Yeah, all I did was upload the episodes, the entire seasons. That took hours on AT&T internet to send over. You know, just to because everybody else has watched it already. So well, whatever.
Well, if it makes you feel better, which it won't, I'm only on episode 1. So I just started it. Not just started it.
Okay. Well,
So
maybe we could talk about it.
yeah, we starting.
I'm good. Gears tonight. That's cool. Just let me know like a time. Let's shoot. You got to work tonight.
Yeah.
What time?
11 o'clock.
All right.
We gonna figure something out.
We can maybe
man.
do like some 9
But
o'clock shit.
it's overtime. So
Okay. We could do some. We could do some 9 o'clock shit. Get this Gears popping.
yeah.
I'm ready.
Hey, it's about that time, man. I gotta actually do some gaming.
Been putting it
to
off.
have a
I'm ready.
game podcast.
I'm ready.
I feel like a piece
Ready
of
to
shit.
be frustrated.
It's terrible. Oh yeah, we gonna have to
Yeah, up that. Yeah, up that difficulty.
Yeah,
We in this
if
bitch.
we getting washed, we getting washed. But
We'll
not.
get watched a little bit because
We
I ain't played
I'm a
Gears
Gear.
in a long time.
I was about to say Well, yeah,
I ain't played in a long time, so it's gonna take me a little minute to
Damn.
get back there. Well, we'll be all right.
Whatever.
We'll
man.
get there.
Look, hey, we were at Mecca Con 2019.
Shit was awesome.
It's our first Mecca Con.
Bang, bang.
Shout out to
bang,
Crown.
Bang, bang.
Crown, what up, though?
Good people.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Sound guy. Very, very dope event. All black, everything. Had the nerds out. The nerds was out in full force.
Yeah.
Had vegan cooking.
Yeah.
What you had me try yesterday.
Hey, man.
That wasn't too bad.
Hey, man, but that wasn't too bad.
It wasn't.
That buffalo cauliflower tacos, man. Cooking with Q.
Man.
And it's just at Cooking with Q. That's QUE. Yo,
Shout
I
out to
want
her,
to taste more shit that she has. Because her vegan mac and cheese was going off. I seen a lot of niggas. Eating it.
If I knew that was around, I would have tried that.
I seen a lot of niggas eating it, bro.
I want to try some vegan food, man. Like, I do trying to switch up my diet and everything.
I
Like,
down 3 of
it's-
those tacos easily.
It's been a constant struggle with me trying to, I told you I just started like eating salad like last year. So nigga, like I've been on some
the
real
French dressing.
French dress. I never never
Nigga be
Don't-
fucking with the
nigga,
French. He be
disrespectful.
fucking with the French dressing, bro.
Very disrespectful. No.
Thousand Island.
It's not. But yeah, no, definitely some healthy options. Just look, I just want to say a lot of positive energy, man. Like a lot of people we ran into that we didn't even get a chance to interview on a podcast who were very forthright with just where they came from, like the things that they were influenced by, like, you know what I'm saying, breaking down the stories. A lot of great writers, like, who were coming up with,
That's what was dope.
yeah,
Getting to the table, like, oh, you drew this? No, I wrote it.
yeah,
Like, I wrote this. Somebody else drew it. It's like, oh, okay, so.
yeah, like, it was good to see so many people who obviously had a love for, like, literature and just the art of writing, because I feel like that's not a skill that we necessarily in society respect as much anymore. Like,
Yeah, it
the
doesn't get
people,
recognized
yeah,
like it's
the
supposed to.
people, authors or writers, and it's not. I feel like even in journalism, there's been steps taken backwards, like with people and their journalistic integrity, how they go about writing things, the research that goes into creating stories. I feel like it is a bit of a lost art when you take time to dedicate towards a craft like that, like, because once we're gone, like, all we kind of have, like, beyond like pictures are words to contextualize these pictures. So you don't want to get to a point in time when none of these niggas is writing, or you know what I'm saying? Like, these are important things, and it's important to you know, shine light on black creators who do take the time. And I feel like I am essentially a writer at heart. Like, I've always, from the beginning, even when I would draw, I was somebody who would make comics, and I would come up with a story first and then draw out the comics. And I think we've talked about that. Like,
The story matters.
yeah,
man.
like,
yeah, because my shit got threw away.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
talked
was
about
working on some shit. Yeah, parents, stop throwing shit away. Like,
facts.
nigga, I had a cold ass thinking, like, when that dude said that it took him 15 years for that graphic novel, I immediately thought, like, damn, nigga, I was in high school coming up with some cold ass shit. Like, think of now, if it, because it take that long for, like, a masterpiece. That shit won, like, 10 awards. Like, it was, like, one of the best graphic novels of 2018. And, like, rightfully so. Took you 15 years to make.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, bro, if moms hadn't thrown that shit out, she was pissed
Could have had your magnum
about some
opus.
school shit.
She was taking it out on you.
Yeah, she's
like,
pissed about some school shit.
she's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, you doing
not
this
not
shit.
even knowing she threw away the $1 million
Oh, you
bag.
doing this shit.
Not even knowing she threw away the $1 million bag, bro. Wasn't even in trouble for that. It was for fighting. Like, what the fuck? Like, you gonna throw my shit away?
I'm doing my schoolwork.
Yeah, my work is getting done, nigga. Got all A's. Like, I just was fighting,
Got
bro.
straight A's.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Yeah, bro. I was making a whole video game, bro. That shit had a cold ass story.
I
And
don't
I had
think
somebody else doing the drawing. We was gonna get
I
somewhere.
don't think I've ever talked about this on a podcast or in any public forum, but there's a story I've been working on since I was in 8th grade. No, 7th grade. Since I was in 7th grade, and
You think you know your friends.
yeah, I've never told anybody.
Think
this.
you know your friends.
But and that's just why
You
I
guys
say,
heard
like,
it here first.
This is why I say I feel like I'm a writer. Like, I am. I'm just a writer beyond, like, any other thing. Even
You
with
still
rap.
got it?
Yeah, I still got it. Like, I just been revising it. Like, I've gone through about 6 revisions of the story, like, literally. and I haven't come back to it since probably 2013, 2012. Like when the high royalty shit started kind of like really picking up and like niggas was in the studio. It's hard to kind of like balance like writing the lyrics with like trying to write like a real story. At least it was for
it's
me.
hard to balance music with anything. I think you got to put
Yeah.
a lot of time into that.
I was listening to some beats last night. And I was like, man, I fuck somebody up.
I
Like,
found some old shit. I'm like, dog, I want to drop this shit so bad. I found some old shit. I'm like, this shit needs to come out.
I was like, yo, do I need to make another? I was like, yeah.
ain't got
I
time,
think
dog.
I'm gonna put out another track like one day, but beyond any all of that, like I said, it was just
I'll put one out once this shit get popping.
yeah. That's
Some
probably
niggas will listen.
yeah. That's probably yeah.
Niggas will just
That's
listen.
probably the route.
Yeah.
Put out that Don Illuminati part two.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
nigga. Forecast business, nigga. But no, man. Like I said, like it was cool seeing so many people. Because I mean, we were running into artists, but even the artists, they had like a lot of like these ideas, like the story. I forgot my man's name. The Were Spider. My man's
I
name, like the Were Spider.
Got him
joint.
up. 'Cause I wanted to talk about that. Like
yeah,
that.
man.
That
I
was
did.
just
I
fire.
wanted to sit down and talk. We'll
We'll have to chop it
the
up.
cool
with 'em.
thing is too, like everybody they wasn't from the city, so
Right.
there was people who came out showing love, who had been to other cons.
Yeah,
like,
he was from New
basically
York.
all over
I
the
think he was
country.
from New York,
Yeah,
yeah.
like so, once games on Krack is, and this is why I feel like just the donations and subscriptions are important, because it will help us kind of get to other places.
Right.
And like, you know what I'm saying, put the light on these people. We got 3 really good interviews yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Would have
But we
loved
talked
to
to
get
more people than that.
Yeah, would have loved to get more,
Got
but
to
we
see
spoke.
a film.
Yeah, we spoke to a lot of different people, and it was just dope, man. Shout out to
That Were Spider shit fire. Bro.
yeah.
Just for the simple fact that he's trying to.
Yeah, explain that.
So what he's trying to do. Is it a not? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I think it's a Nasi. I think it's a Nasi.
I think so.
That's a West African like spider god. So I mean, just like you got Hercules, Zeus, all those different Greek and European gods, we also have our own gods as well. Difference between it is that we know a bunch of the European and Greek gods. We don't know too many of the African ones, if at all, or any like just legends like John Henry and things like that. We don't know too much about them. So he has a comic book or graphic novel. It's a graphic novel about a Nazi son, and he's traveling through all of his battles alongside of different West African gods, or just people that are legendary in the black culture. Like this just folklore or anything. So he has one with John Henry, and the trading cards was fire.
Yeah.
So he had trading cards of all these different West African guys. None of them I knew. And on the back, he gave you detail about their story, what part of Africa it came from, and all those different types of things. So, I mean, I think it'll be dope. It'll be dope if little black kids knew about, the guys that they have.
Very, very important, because he wasn't the only one who was drawing on kind of like our ancestry and our heritage.
Right.
Like it was other creators who were trying to do the same thing, and I feel like it's important, man. Like it's important for us to have, because we know about all those Greek gods and all that. Everything's named for these motherfuckers. Like what I'm saying, like over here, like in the United States, like. I feel like we need to know more about us, and it's kind of like the most accessible way. Like when you put it in kind of like comic book form or like a video game or something like that, I feel like that's when,
That's how you know.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Kids read graphic novels like crazy now.
Yeah.
They're in schools. When you go to these libraries at these schools, graphic novels are all over the place. I can't remember who said it. I want to say it was Johnny who said it. I think. I don't know if it was him that said it, but he said like graphic novels have been helping children like read better in school because you got to give them. You could give kids literature. If you give kids literature that they want to read, you'll start to see them excel at the English language way faster than just giving them something that they don't want to read.
And this is kind of why I'm happy. My daughter has been checking out graphic novels and manga. Like, she's really starting to. She reads. She like it's like a series called Dork Diaries. Like, she really liked that. But she's really been like every day reading something new, and I want to kind of shift her on to like some of these things that like we got put up on, like or just something like these newer artists or artists we didn't, because here's the crazy shit, like these artists will be working for decades, and this will be like the first time we meet or hear about these people, like seeing them in person.
Right.
It's the first time we find out. It gotta be a way in which we not meeting these people like this late, or putting the spotlight on these people like when they've, I don't know, like almost like in the shadows have been like cooking up like just great content within a system with that isn't their own. Like, we don't have our own, like,
That's partially the black community fault too, man.
yeah.
Like the way y'all niggas did like the nerd culture, y'all wasn't accepting of it.
Yeah.
Even if a nigga like, you know, 6th grade maybe wanted to venture off into like some comic books or something, as soon as like one of the little girls or like one of the little niggas start talking about him, probably gonna change his ways.
Yeah.
Get that up. That was like the black community did that like crazy. I don't think it was as prominent in the white community. I mean, yeah, if you was like a dork,
No, hell no.
you was like a dork, like you was just a dork, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna fuck with you, but I don't think if a nigga could like draw and just spend his time drawing, I don't think they was like nigga, all you do is draw all the time, smacking this nigga papers over and just like doing all that. Like, they go pick up a basketball,
there's
nigga.
always gonna be
Go pick
like,
up a mic.
there's always gonna be a level
Drop some
of
fucking bars.
like, hey, this is the cool shit and that's not the cool shit.
Yeah, man. Parents be telling their kids like, you my ticket out. Pick this basketball
You
up.
my ticket.
Like, no, nigga. Hey, if this nigga, you put this nigga in some drawing classes, he'll probably really be your ticket out this bitch. Like,
yeah, I feel
man.
like
that shit
black
crazy.
parents, especially kind of like of that era,
Yeah, throwing out
weren't-
niggas comic books.
they didn't
Throwing
know
my
how
shit
to
out.
like, they didn't know how to kind of like stroke like our ego in a way to make us not feel like weirdos.
Yeah,
like, for
yeah,
doing,
bro.
like certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man, because I don't know, like,
Hey, my mom was terrible without even knowing it. Like, the shit ain't never bothered me. 'Cause I ain't never give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never give a fuck about what niggas thought. Just off the strength. Like, niggas was accepting of me.
yeah,
Because, I mean, I'm going to fight you. So niggas respected that shit. Niggas will respect that shit. Like, all right. Like, we can't talk shit about this nigga watching or doing anything. Because this nigga going to get with us.
fight.
But, yeah, I'm going to fight you. And I'm going to also fuck with the shit you fuck with. But I'm going to just still fuck with this shit over here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I remember, like, she'll be like, you always watching all this weird shit. Like, I remember her saying that. Like, Dragon Ball Z shit. You always watching all that weird stuff. I don't know. Like, she's on the phone. Like, yeah, tired there watching all that weird shit. I'm like, yo, it's not weird. This shit is, like, fire,
weird,
bro.
Mom.
Like, what you talking about?
No, but no, that's what I'm
Nigga,
saying.
we
Like,
fuck with this shit.
even like it wasn't like
Calling
my
it weird
parents.
shit.
It wasn't like my parents was like actively against me, like, you know what I'm saying, like doing creative things. It was just like I've talked about this. There's no point in time where I could see my parents taking me to a Comic-Con and like dressing up like I did like with my daughter. Like I couldn't see that happening. There's just
We the generation that's doing that.
yeah, and even like I liked acting and I like drawing,
Ballet.
never ballet. But I like things
Ballet and
outside
French
of these
dressing.
things. We're just gonna keep these narratives going. But and maybe there weren't the opportunities like I see like today where you see like seminars for kids like to do certain things like we could have like a seminar for podcasting and some kids could or for like YouTube explain certain things about YouTube. I don't know if it was like a lack of those type of avenues like when I was younger, but I feel like I'm actively looking at what my kids take to and being like, yo, if this is something that you want to do, and if it doesn't have to necessarily be sports or anything, but if this is something that you really enjoy doing, why not let's sign up for a class for it. Or if you wanna really do like Ari likes YouTube, she wants to have like a YouTube channel. This would be something where I could sit down with her and be like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. You want to do like a gaming YouTube, like I could help with that. It's just I feel like there's more connectivity between the activities that the adults are doing with the kids. I feel like that helps relationships, you know what I'm saying, with your kids. Like when you take a liking to something that your kids doing, they're like, oh, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like you really involved. And I got love for my parents. Like they've always, you know what I'm saying, been supportive, not really interconnected into like the nerd shit though. Like
Right.
like I said, like there wasn't gonna be no time where my dad's playing like Final Fantasy or some shit and like, hey yo, this some RPG shit from like back in the day. Like, but
That's hilarious to even think about.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
It's hilarious to even think about him playing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he not gonna just be on Final Fantasy and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not what my pops is gonna do. But you know what I'm saying? Like with them, they've always been supportive, just like not in deep with the culture. Even with like rap, like I feel like we came up in a time where rap was like there was a very real effect to what like rap culture was doing to certain people. And I feel like my parents kind of kept me at arm's length from like really getting into like real rap shit. That's why like I got to be 12 or 13, started getting like unedited CDs and shit like that. I wasn't supposed to be listening to certain shit. Then I'm starting to hear like all this shit, starting to pick up the rapping, and they seeing like I'm writing.
Your parents ain't listening to no rap?
No, that's the thing. There's always, I felt like,
Keita,
been this
ghetto as hell.
separation.
She's
Like
not the same person as you once
this,
once was.
this is
Nigga used to be in her bag with the rap shit.
my parents have kind of like, I felt like Tupac was like one of the first rappers that I was into, like outside of like, you know what I'm saying, like Young MC or like, you know, MC Hammer or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I remember, I think
rappers alive.
I think I was in second grade, and I did a paper about friends, and I what's that Pac song? When My Homies Call. I talked about that song, and I remember my teacher gave me a C. She was like, you're better than talking about rap artists in your class, in this class. And I felt, I remember even taking it back to my mom.
Because a second grader do that now.
Oh, like
they gonna be like, oh shit, like this
Yeah,
is great because Pac he like a philosopher now. Now we accept him for what he was. That's crazy.
I will always remember that. And
'cause that shit fire that you wrote about some shit like that in second grade. Like
Yeah.
I probably was talking about like
Tupac,
going to the
like,
candy store and shit.
Tupac will always be like my favorite rapper. Like he was like kind of like the gateway for like me to get into like everything else. Even like that nigga was like a gateway for me to like really listen to Biggie when they was beefing. Like after the fact and everything. Like he's just like a really important figure like in, you know what I'm saying, music and just in general like for me. But I just remember like feeling like weird about that shit. Like I was like, what's wrong with like this? Just like music, like and its creativity. Like I thought I was being creative because I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be talking about this.
You was though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always tried to be on some shit like
and that sucked that she like did that to where you didn't think you was, because that's some different shit. Like you got a second grade child writing a paper about
I drew
friends.
a picture and shit. Like I drew a picture at the
connecting it
bottom.
to a song. Like, that shit fire.
Like I remember that shit. But yeah. And I don't even know if my parents remember, but like I don't think they was like angry about that shit. And I felt angry about it. Like I felt like really like I've been shitted on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, this is my, like somebody's telling me not to like indulge in this type of music or not to like, you know, bring it up in school. And then like that makes me not want to bring up no more music like when I'm in school, and you know what I'm saying, talk about the type of shit that like really resonate with me as a child.
Real quick, all right, she gave you a C. So she gave you a C. It was a good paper, but she's just
This
like
was third grade.
But she's just like, oh, I'm gonna give you a C because you're talking about music. Like that's some bullshit.
Yeah,
I've
like
been
no,
up at
because it
school
was
ready
about
to
hip
smack
hop.
the shit out of somebody.
Because it was specifically, she was like Tupac, like because.
Probably
but
called him
then that's what
Tupac.
I'm saying. Like
Probably called him Tupac.
Probably, but she's black. Too. Like this is what I'm saying. Like she was a older black woman. Like you would just.
Dog.
There was just like a stigma like with hip hop, especially, you know what I'm saying, we talking about early to mid 90s.
That's bullshit because the shit that she was listening to was fucking crazy. It wasn't aggressive, but it was still fucking crazy. Them niggas be sounding like creeps back in the
That's
day.
what I'm saying. This is the age-old debate because I could have that conversation with, like, you know what I'm saying, any older generation. I feel like we just a sign of the times, bro. Like that's just what we are. Like each generation is a sign of that time. We can't. I don't know. That's why I found myself like, yo, young niggas is doing what they do. Like it's not for me, but I'm not gonna be like, yo, trash, or whatever. Like that shit. Like
Most of it is. Most of this shit is pure
I'm saying,
trash.
but listen, like. People thought Tupac was trash.
These kids even think the shit they listening to trash. They just like the beats.
But I'm saying out of all of that, like say like some kid like really like YBN Cordae. Or like there's gotta be somebody that's important to like the kids like today, like who deserves, you know what I'm saying, that type of recognition. Like I feel like a lot of artists, like it might be watered down for like what we came up with, but they speak into and they resonate with that audience. And you know what I'm saying? Like I would never want to try to cut that off for somebody. Like if this my shit, like that's how I felt. Like I was like, I was confused. Like why the fuck would you feel the need, or like it's not even based on the merit of what I'm saying. It's based on because these are hip hop ideals and shit like that. Like I don't understand, like, you know, how you get to that point. But I say that just to say, like, you know, my parents was always like very supportive. It was just, it's different now because I try to be supportive of my kids, but I also try to jump into like what they doing. Like, just a small example, all that it came back to Nickelodeon, and that was our shit back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? We fuck with all that. So it was like something we could connect on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think me and my mom had like certain things like that, but I've never, I guess I see it more with my kids than when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where we have to, if we all wrapping this all up in a bow, we have to get these, we need to be proud of like the shit that we making.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to be, and
because we make all the shit.
And generationally, I feel like I think we do a damn good job. I think our generation does a great job with relating to our kids, like on a level that maybe our parents weren't able to with us. Even just the time, like I said, we've grown up with this technology, and technology has come so far from when we were younger.
Shit, even the last decade.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We was on flip phones like how long ago? You know what I'm saying? Like, these things have taken such great strides where, if you want to say millennial, that generation, we ingrained with the younger generation that came up because we've seen the things that they have are results of like progress that we've seen in person the entire time. So we understand the internet in a way like our parents probably ain't get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know all the tricks. Like, all right, my son ain't gonna be able to hide porn from me because I know all the tricks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
big nephew used to have
you know what I'm saying?
Used
like,
to have a hard time.
Yeah, like nigga,
hiding
like
porn.
I'm gonna find your porn, bro. Like, don't try to get fly with me. Like,
Yeah,
you know
once
what I'm
he got
saying?
like 12, I'm like, you ain't gotta hide it from me. Hide it from somebody else. I know what's going on. All right, I ain't even gonna take that
You know what I'm
from you,
saying?
my nigga.
But I'm saying like
you gotta release that shit, buddy.
But you
Leave
know
that
what I'm saying?
cooped up.
Like, I can't, I can tell my son about women he shouldn't be messing with, but I can't tell a nigga like never find porn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's when you gonna
exposed.
be the weirdo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you gonna be the
nigga,
weirdo at school. Like, damn, you ain't seen
I don't know
Buck.
about
You seen porn?
you
Fuck
ain't
you
seen
doing?
Misty Stone, my nigga.
Man.
She that's
Porn
gonna be
was
like,
porn was some wild. That was some wild shit when I like first fucking seen it. I
Hey,
had
if
no
you wanna
idea
talk
what
about
the fuck I was looking at.
the
I just
porn-
knew I wasn't supposed to be looking at it, but I didn't. I had no idea what I was looking at. Went to school talking about it.
Well,
Big
all right.
topic.
There's two different there's two different porn eras for me. It's like the era where I seen this shit on TV, and then it's like for the first time, and then there's the shit where I seen it on the internet for the first time.
No, nigga, VHS. You forgetting like that? That was the first. I don't think I had seen. I don't think I had seen anything outside like a sex scene on a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On some like turn around, close your eyes shit. I stumbled across porn mistakenly. I stumbled across porn mistakenly. It was like, it was a red tape. It had no fucking label.
Oh hell no. Yeah,
Shit,
yeah,
I'm
you
a
know,
fucking
hey,
kid. And I think I
it's
was
red,
probably like
bro.
eight.
Like,
Eight.
what
red.
motherfuckers be making shit red?
Popping this shit in. It's red. Popped it in. It's these white people having sex. It was a terrible scene too, if I could remember. Like, I enjoyed it then,
Like this.
but that shit now, I'm like, this shit is garbage. So like, I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, wow, what the fuck is going on? Like, bro, I had no idea what was going on.
Hey, you remember the old HBO and like Cinemax porn?
Yeah, bro.
Where they just be like,
just humping each other, not showing shit but titties and ass, like just fucking each other like that shit. And I'm sitting there
It looks
really
so
thinking they
trash,
fucking.
yeah.
I'm really thinking they fucking.
Yo, in hindsight, that shit looks so trash.
It was
bro.
it's garbage, bro. But
Just a bunch of
I,
dry
I
humping.
enjoyed it. So
Put your
like I
clothes
saw
on.
hardcore porn for like the first time. Like, yo, this shit is nuts. Didn't know what was going on. I'm 8. I don't know what the fuck this is about. I went to school. I'm just like, hey, milk come out our dicks, guys. Don't know how. But I'm telling you, I saw milk come out of a dick, nigga. You can't tell me when y'all niggas come over. When y'all come over, I'm gonna show y'all niggas, bro. I'm not lying. Bro. I think I thought that for like 2 years until like finally, you know, when I was probably around 10, I realized like what the fuck was going
I'm
on.
gonna tell you the type of weirdo shit I was on. I'd be on them sites, and you know they be having all the clips separated.
But internet ain't coming along, so you saw porn like what when we kind of got a little older. Cause
No,
like
I seen porn like, all right, I seen the softcore shit on like HBO. Like I saw Real Sex. Real Sex was the first
It
shit
was a good
like
show.
I ever seen. I was like,
I
oh
enjoyed
shit.
that show as
I'm
a
like,
kid.
I didn't know this type of shit came on TV.
I enjoyed that show as a child.
So
man. I was
then-
interested.
We didn't used to have Cinemax. We got Cinemax, nigga. Every Saturday.
But if you
every
didn't have
Saturday
it,
night.
you could still kind of make it out.
Yeah, but
That
my
was the
parents
weird
got the
tip I was
package. No, my parents got the package, and like I'm starting to see this shit. I think it was channel 78, the Spice Channel. That's the shit. That's when I could see through the lines and shit. I'm like, oh.
you trying to
I'm
see
like,
through
hey,
the lines.
And I was like, yo, this ain't like the shit that be on HBO and shit. I was like, yo, like,
We was sick as fuck, bro.
Yo.
'Cause I used to be on that same tip
yeah,
trying
dog.
to
I'm
trying
like,
to look through the
see.
lines.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Trying to look through the lines like, damn, okay, some titty right there. All right, it's a little bit going on.
And then I'm like, turned it down and shit, cause I can hear like the sound is perfect. Like
Yo.
the sound, like, why does it sound perfect?
Where was technology to where you just couldn't block this channel? Like we could kind of see this shit. That's crazy.
Fam.
Like, what if you could kind of see a movie? Like, nigga, we about to watch this bootleg version of
Saturday nights,
Some
nigga.
shit.
Like I'm like, nigga, yo.
Dog.
I'm like, yo.
Little
I
boys are the sickest fucking creatures in the
Straight
world.
up.
If y'all niggas got sons,
Yeah,
just know
hey,
once
straight
them
up.
niggas start hitting around 9, they
Nasty
are some
motherfuckers.
perverted ass
Nasty
little niggas,
motherfuckers.
bro. They are nasty.
And then like, yo, I'm gonna
Nasty.
tell you, in
It's
sixth
weird.
grade.
But I don't know if that'll be a thing anymore. We kind of had that. We kind of had that
No.
topic, bro. Like a naked chick. The nephew was like,
It is.
so
It is.
nigga.
These niggas are.
Oh, I'm on
desensitized.
Instagram.
Very desensitized.
Oh, I'm on
to,
the
like,
gram. Big deal. Nigga.
Yeah, like. it's
That suck for y'all.
it's
man.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah,
is
sex
kinda
ain't gonna be
crazy.
too exciting for you guys.
Not at all. Like these. Bro. I kind of feel bad for these.
Yeah, I
little niggas.
do, bro. It's like, damn, nigga, when you first saw some titties, that was like some shit. Like now it's like
Even in like a
whatever.
movie, like I remember when the first time I seen some titties in a movie, I was like, oh shit, like, yo, ain't supposed to see this shit. I ain't supposed to see this shit. That shit was, no, that shit was
Shout out to
lit.
titties, man.
That shit was lit, nigga. See your first set of titties, nigga. I'm like,
Shit crazy.
yo, hey, this shit, yeah, some different shit. I don't know how we got to this conversation.
Seeing your first parent person. Now you
Yo.
talking.
Yo,
Now you talking that first parent person.
yeah, boy.
It's
I'm
almost-
here.
Yeah, you
I'm
just see your
I made
aura.
it to the promised land.
You just see your aura just come. It's like, man, damn, I've been waiting to see these motherfuckers for
It's got the light
ever.
shining.
Yeah,
It's lights.
it's amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing.
I don't know.
Is that how you felt when you like first saw a penis? Was it like, wow, a penis?
penis?
I just don't think it got the same effect. I don't think we got the same effect when we whip out like, oh, like I've been waiting to see this motherfucker.
Women be like,
shit about to hurt.
what I heard, yeah.
Let's get this out the way.
I've had conversations with women.
Let's get this shit
They
out
be
the
like,
way.
looks weird. Let's see what happens.
See what's going on.
See if this.
supposed to look like that.
strange looking
It's
things.
supposed to look like that. Like, hey, man,
I don't.
listen.
Hey,
I don't know.
hey. I was created.
I don't know.
in his image.
I don't
That's
know,
all I
man.
can say.
I don't know.
Dog.
Man,
Yo.
booty talk.
Booty
That's
talk.
when shit-
All that
that's when
ass.
shit went up. Hey, that's
All
when a
that
nigga.
ass,
That's when a nigga went
37.
ahead and just started. Hey, I was in the jack off bag then, nigga. I'm watching full scenes, trying to figure
No.
this shit out.
Oh, yo. What I was about to say though.
Studying this shit.
When I was
Like,
on
okay,
the internet,
okay,
and we
this
gonna
what you
close
do.
up this porn conversation. But yo, when I was on some sick shit, I download every little clip, and then I would find like one of them things that you could combine. It's like no, cause hey, a minute clip ain't enough, nigga. I need at least
I need
four to
all
five.
that. I need all that. I used
So
to
I'm-
make the minute clips work though.
I'm
Just to
co-
be
I'm
on Tiny
compiling-
Black Adventures
yo.
trying to go off, nigga. Like,
I'm-
okay.
Dog.
That's when I first came across beauty, nigga, on Tiny's Black Adventures.
Tiny's
nigga.
Black
Remember?
Adventures.
Yeah.
I used to be on
That was the site.
Tiny's Black Adventures. I mean,
That was the site.
Triple X Soul.
Yeah. Yeah. We fucking these niggas don't know shit about this, nigga. These niggas wasn't outside, nigga. They wasn't outside when this
Hey,
type of shit was
There
going
was,
on, man.
There was a site with these I think it was Unique Video Productions. It was like a bunch of strippers out in New York. Yo, I used to be on that shit, dog. There's this one chick named Scarlett. Everybody used to be talking about Scarlett like all the time. Like she was the one. She had the biggest booty. And this is before dog, yo, these niggas will never know.
Can't do
They'll
this shit
never
now.
know. This is before the fake booties, nigga. Like she had it for
Bro,
real. Nigga.
hey,
she had it
yeah,
for real.
yeah. That
Nigga.
just that natural
Hey,
natural little ass.
Yeah,
That
yo,
little natural ass.
yo. Shout out to the natural porn stars.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cause a lot of y'all done,
Y'all done
y'all
fucked
done
the-
flipped the script, bro. A lot
They-
of my favorites, when got jobs, like y'all ain't need to do that. Y'all ain't had to do that.
Shit, Cherokee had got some work done. I was like,
For what?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, why? Like, why did you need to get anything done?
Fucking weirdo.
You didn't need to get shit done, bro. I think Keiki had got some shit done too. It's like you definitely didn't.
I don't know.
Like now you looking weird. She
Only
definitely
one,
didn't need
hey,
to do
only
shit.
one like I was cool with them getting the shit done was Lacey Duval. She still is very fire. She's fire.
She just
skinny.
got her titties done.
She's fire.
That was it.
No, she got her ass done. It's a good ass job, man. Then look,
Yeah, Lacey was. Yeah. That's
shout out to
why I fuck-
Lacey.
that's why I fuck with Tiana, bro.
She's a
She ain't
goat.
with all that shit, bro. She just trying to stay regular, stay normal. You know. Hey, we. Thank you. Stay
Thank
natural.
you.
Thank you for just staying natural, man. Staying in your bag.
Yeah, shout out to the natural porn stars,
Yeah.
man. Y'all don't get enough love out here.
Yeah.
We showing love to the natural. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Menage
Niggas
a
don't
Ross. Hey.
Bro, think if this could never happen right now. Bro, the Girls Gone Wild commercials, that's some shit that could never occur in
Fam.
today's day and age. But that wasn't
You know
that long
how-
ago.
You know how rapey.
That was, yes,
That
nigga. That's some creep. Looking at it now, like, looking at it, because back
Fam.
then, I'm like, hell yeah,
Hey.
Girls Gone Wild, this shit crazy.
Hey,
That's some creep
even
shit.
just
That's some creep
how
shit.
they would set up. Hey, show them.
This is on TV, nigga. This is ABC. Y'all showing this. Hey,
Show 'em.
that was some creep
Hey,
shit.
Hey, show them. Show them off.
That's some creep shit,
Hey,
bro.
yo. That nigga got arrested for a lot of shit. I think they might have had
That's some creepy shit, bro.
things to
MTV
do.
Spring Break. Y'all
Yeah,
niggas was,
bro.
hey,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
on that
y'all niggas
wave,
was on
though.
some shit.
My
Yeah,
first
we was
spring
on
break,
some creep shit.
My
We
first
ain't no
spring
better.
break, I was on that wave, nigga.
We was on some toxic
Hopping in
shit.
cars, pull these titties out. Yeah, I was on that tip.
Show them.
Yeah, I was
Show 'em.
I was on that tip, though.
Trying to arrest you.
Yeah.
Bring 'em out.
We got in the
Bring
car.
'em
We got
out.
in the car. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Pull your titties out. Pull them bitches out. Nigga in the front seat. It was creep shit. It was just
don't let
creep
'em-
shit.
Hey, don't let them.
It was
Don't let them have
was creepy.
the Girls Gone Wild in New Orleans.
Oh man, the beats, nigga.
Show up! Show up! The white boys is
God,
going
dude.
mad.
Bro, that shit.
Mad.
All right. It's all right. It's like,
Okay.
Oh, niggas was. Oh man, that's terrible.
We ain't even gonna get started on Freaknik videos, nigga.
Oh man.
Oh, a lot of bad things.
Hold on. Hey,
a lot of mamas and aunties.
I will say y'all look like y'all was y'all wanted to pull them bitches out. Nobody was asking y'all shit. I done been on Bell Out. Nobody was asking y'all to do shit. Y'all was just doing it. Y'all was
Titties
just
out
doing
the
it.
window.
Now Bell Out, that was the first time I saw some like lesbian shit occur. It was on top of a van, like bitches was just eating each other out. I'm like, whoa, I did not know that this was a thing. I'm like, I didn't know that women could do things with women. I was confused. I'm like, this is some
Strange days.
confusing shit.
See, I seen that on porn first, so I was like,
Nah, you weren't pulling up to the aisle.
yeah, not during those times.
Yeah, using diapers.
It was keeping me away.
Yeah, niggas,
That's
was,
yeah.
niggas was goo goo gaga at me. I'm out here watching.
Yeah.
What? Me, watching live lesbian porn, man. Y'all niggas, man. Y'all wasn't outside on the aisle, man. He's out there having a good time. That
Oh,
man, that shit could never come back.
No, never. But yeah, like I said, I don't know how we started talking about porn.
Cause it's games on
just-
crack, baby.
Games.
Hey, yo,
Hey, bro. Hey, we are an hour in. I had no idea that topic. That shit started with Mecca Con.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how we got Hey, we
All the-
legends.
All the shit you want to talk about
GOK
just keeps getting put like to the backlog.
So I'm like, yo, bro,
Every week is like a topic that just goes on.
Yo,
longer.
let's talk some inside baseball. I came here. I didn't have a topic list. We came off Mecca Con. I lost power at my house yesterday. And the shit just wasn't syncing up correctly. So I'm like, yo, we got shit that we haven't spoken about.
Yeah,
You know,
we fucking legendary. This conversation shit. Just come and talk.
but we end up there.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit
It's
like
the
that.
number
shit
one
like
nerd
that, shit like that.
podcast. Name a nerd that ain't watching porn, man. Come on, bro. Like, that's part of the shit. That's part of the warm up before you get playing the game.
Yeah, man. You gotta,
Get this out the way.
You gotta get busy.
You know what I'm saying? Dog, I don't know how we got to that. Yo, I wanted to talk about The Last of Us 2.
Okay.
State of Play coming up September 24th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The last State of Play was in May.
That's what we've been waiting for because they ain't do E3, so we
Yeah.
kind of been
Yeah.
been waiting on that.
There's been varying expectations. I usually keep my shit low for these events, especially now because I can't really tell what will be announced at certain, like, just like with E3. I thought E3 would be a good point in time to, like, maybe talk about some PS5 stuff. But PlayStation or Sony was like, nah, we'll deliver the information on our terms. Cool, whatever. Some people are expecting PS5 to be announced. I don't think so.
You don't think they'll at least
I
announce
don't know because there's already been like the leaked article. I think it was a Wired article that we talked about with like the specs or whatever. I think they showed Death Stranding maybe for the May State of Play. So it wasn't anything really significant to come out of the conference. I think it was like some PSVR news and shit like that.
I'm looking here. It says no, there won't be any PS5 updates.
Yeah. So
It's just like,
yeah, I don't think so. I think their state of play stuff is gonna be like strictly software stuff, like moving forward.
Oh, this shit only 20 minutes? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't getting
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it's just like people were disappointed last time, just with I guess the brevity of like the conference. Like it was just
I'm not super excited for 20
Yeah,
minutes and stuff.
that's my whole thing. I think they kind of took a page out of Nintendo's book, like with the Nintendo Directs. I feel like State of Play is
I enjoy
basically
those. Okay.
yeah. State of Play is essentially like that. I think the only difference is they have the event at an actual location, have journalists and tastemakers, whoever the fuck, come out and they give off like the little conference vibe. I think it's just gonna be Last of Us 2 information. Maybe a PSVR announcement or two. But The Last of Us Part 2 will be, I think, the majority of the presentation.
Ghost of Tsushima 2 that it's talking about. So
So
those probably the only two
I keep forgetting about that game. It's definitely an anticipated game. God damn it. Apologize to all the listeners and viewers. I think Ghost of Tsushima is another game that people should keep their eye on. I was looking at old gameplay footage that they had revealed, and somehow I missed it. I don't know if it was like from E3, and maybe it's from
it was
Tokyo
from
Game Show.
It was from the E3 I went to. They had that shit.
Okay.
They had that shit out there on the floor.
I seen some gameplay footage that I hadn't seen because I've seen some, but this was like a completely different section. I might have missed it, but yeah, I want to see that game. Basically as bad as I want to see like Death Stranding like right now. Like especially there are few video games. 'Cause it's Japanese, right?
Yeah.
I can't name many of those. It's supposed to be open world too, from what I've heard.
That I didn't know.
That's what I heard.
I'm down. Hey,
That's what I heard.
Once you start saying open world, I'm pretty much in there. I just like to be able to do what the fuck I want to do sometimes.
I don't think it's linear. I don't think it's linear. Do you know who's making that?
I got
what
it right
game development
here.
studio?
Sucker Punch,
Sucker Punch. Okay, so they made Sly Cooper.
which is fucking great. I used to love that.
Yeah,
Fox.
I'm not sure if it's. Don't quote me. I'm not quite sure, but this new State of Play, I think.
They did. Fuck. What was that fucking game? The dude.
Infamous.
Yeah. Yep. Well, when I went like this, you just automatically knew. That's like a
I
thing
know
that
what
he. The lightning. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my shit. Yeah, they made
Good
that
pantomime.
shit. They made that shit.
Yeah. I'm expecting it to be just Last of Us 2, like strictly.
Okay.
Are you hearing that?
Yeah, straight. It'll.
Okay.
It's just this shit.
I've been waiting for this game for the longest. We talked about it last time. Very emotional story, crazy ass ending. Definitely wondering what happened to Joel because he hasn't been.
They ain't been showing them at all.
Yeah, he hasn't
And
been
shit.
in any of the content that they've released.
That's a cold ass game. I'll be telling niggas like, if you don't want to play that shit, just go watch that shit on YouTube. It's just like
Yeah,
a cold
that-
ass.
that's
it's a cold
definitely
ass movie.
That's a game that I would definitely put up there with like the more cinematic experiences
Yeah,
like
that shit
I've
was
had. Like
good as hell.
I would probably. Did you like Metal Gear Solid 4? Like I felt like that shit was cold as fuck.
Yeah, I like Metal Gear Solid. I liked all the Metal Gear Solid.
That
bro.
game is divisive, bro. Like I've seen it more and more like online. Like certain people say like the story was all crazy. They ain't like the story. I felt like Metal Gear Solid 4 was great. It's not like the best Metal Gear Solid to me, but I felt like it was a great way to kind of wrap up everything. Like he didn't even have to really do Metal Gear Solid 5 to me after that, even though that's technically like on some prequel shit. But I'm thinking they'll probably show some game. I hope they show some like. I couldn't see them just not showing like just
They are
20. But once you tell me 20 minutes, like how much? Death Stranding just had a 49-minute demo, dog. Like I don't understand why they being so secretive about this game. I mean, I understand.
What if that shit about to drop? If it's about to drop,
yo,
like,
if these niggas is like, yo, next week,
Last of Us 2 come out.
I'll shut the fuck up. I'll shut the fuck up.
Do that shit.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Drop that shit on some Beyonce shit.
I
bro.
wish
somebody do that. So one of you video game niggas just drop the fucking game out of nowhere. Make niggas be like, oh shit.
Yeah, can we talk
this
about
shit just came out of nowhere?
I feel like
That'll piss me off.
developers be too pussy for that. Like they too pussy to just be like, yo.
You could do that with this type of game though. Last of Us 2, you could
do
drop
with
that
a lot
bitch
of,
like nigga.
You could do that with a lot of
Here
games.
it is.
And for some reason, and I won't say developers, I'll say like probably the publishers. It would seem like it would save a lot on like advertisement budget. Like if
it would,
come on, bro,
because
like,
we'll be the ones. You put it into our hands at that point. Because I'm gonna hop on like, hey nigga.
Yeah,
Last of Us 2 just dropped in the PlayStation store. Like, we gonna do that shit.
Bro, somebody was like, all right, you guys can pre-order The Last of Us 2. It will be pre-installing tonight, and by 12 o'clock a.m., whatever, Pacific Standard Time, it will be available all across America. Niggas will go crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Do that shit.
There's certain
Apple
things
shit.
I don't understand about the video game industry and why they don't take cues from other industries
on how to do certain shit.
Yeah, like it's strange to me. It's like
It's gotta be
things,
a fear on what, like you said, it's a fear on what they think might happen. But
hey, don't let me be the one to tell you on my little podcast, but switch the shit up. Like a lot of these publishers have been doing this for decades and have been sticking. The only thing that has changed consistently, especially, right now, is how they monetize the games now. We talking about at Mecca Con microtransactions. We talk about microtransactions damn near every week on the podcast, but there's all of that change being done, and it seems like there's been no change outside of how they present the games. Like, okay, now instead of E3, we can do our own conference or our own like live broadcast of this shit. Like, it's not exciting, my nigga. Like, we have to. I don't know. People be cool with the status quo. Like, I feel like the video game industry is an industry that could use some innovation. Outside,
y'all need us
just
in them rooms.
The games, like just
y'all
outside of just the
rooms.
games, like, and even with innovation when it comes to games, like right now, I don't feel as that high. Like, Ubisoft came out recently and said like they're not making anything that's not an open world game. Like there won't be any contained experience linear.
Star Wars is gonna be open world. That shit'll be crazy.
Oh no, Star Wars is EA.
Okay, all right. I was about to say, nigga, whoa, like that shit about to be crazy.
But Ubisoft,
no, you wouldn't respect it, but I would.
I fuck with it. I'm actually like what I've seen from that.
That shit gonna be dope.
That game I think comes out in like November. And there hasn't been shit to come out on that.
They showed enough gameplay for me. If it's that,
yeah, I mean, I'm ready to see that shit.
Yeah, if that shit like that, we good.
There's some games like I keep forgetting about that will be dropping very soon, like in the next, the coming months. So, where we at on record? Where we at?
Minutes, hour 10.
Hour 10. Oh, where can we go, man?
Joker, bro. It's been a lot of good.
Yeah,
it's just been a lot of good shit coming from that. Like niggas is saying this is gonna be a really good fucking movie, so I'm kind of excited.
Oscar
to see
buzz,
that
they saying like take that for what you will. usually these comic book movies aren't considered in categories outside of like the visual effects department and shit like that. They talk about Joaquin Phoenix, just his performance was is probably worthy of consideration. So just with the buzz about the movie, I haven't heard a bad word really about it. Like
I haven't either. I ain't heard shit like a
everybody's
flaw
been saying
about that
like
shit.
it's probably one of the best comic book movies ever. A lot of people have. I hate when motherfuckers do this, but they say it's beyond the comic book movie. It touches on real societal issues. All that shit. Like,
Maybe it'll be garbage.
niggas is in
This
they
shit might be
bag.
garbage.
Aw.
After you just said some shit like that, like these niggas.
No, because they
what
talk
was-
about they
what
talk
was, like,
about
the
mental
best-
health. Mental health.
Man, it was some shit that was such a trash movie that was like the best movie a few years back. That shit was garbage.
You
What
say
was
that
it?
every year, dog.
Dog,
Like,
it was something.
and
I'm
it'd be
like,
something that
this
be
movie is
winning like
fucking
Oscars
trash.
and shit like that. That's why. But I trust Joaquin Phoenix. He's like a great actor. That fucking laugh he did, it's very fucking bone chilling. Like when you Joker, you gotta have one of them fucked up laughs.
Yeah, you got to.
Bro,
What
I
fucking movie
just
was that?
do you feel like you would want them to incorporate that? They've already said like
That
there's
they
probably not going to be a sequel. Is not part of a larger universe.
Oh, they
But would
said this
you-
is not gonna be a sequel or not. I didn't think it was gonna be incorporated with the new Batman.
It's not going to be incorporated with anything. Like this is just a standalone thing.
What's the point? I guess.
You know what? I'm cool with this shit because look, where we at right now, I feel like Marvel has made it like the thing to have all the movies connect. I feel like sometimes when you do have like a one-off, you have more freedom to do just a story without any boundaries. Even with Logan was part of like the X-Men universe and everything, but that story was so cut off where it was like its own contained thing. I could see the same thing applying with like the Joker, because with Logan it's like there's nowhere niggas is going with this shit. Like there's no way. Like the shit can fit into, you know what I'm saying, like the moviegoer's mind or the viewer's mind or whatever. But we know that this is the end game, no pun intended, like, you know what I'm saying, like right here. Like that's it. So I feel like Joker can be like kind of like the same thing and not. It has like the Easter eggs. They were talking about a scene that looked like right before Bruce Wayne's parents are murdered. That's actually in the movie. So it's like, yeah, it's part of the Batman universe, but like as far as like implement, like this is Christian Bale's Batman or some shit like that. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not that. So I don't feel like it's, it's a drawback. I would like to see just the interaction. Like everybody want to see like the Joker interact with Batman, so I can understand why people would want that, but I don't feel like it's absolutely necessary, especially for DC when they trying to find their footing with the type of movies that they put out. They've had like a streak of decent to good movies to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like how it was. It's fucking up everything.
Are we gonna get to see this nigga Joker fuck some shit up in this movie? Or
I don't
is
know.
this like not?
I don't know.
I like that. Joker
Yeah.
for me, bro. I love Mad Myles in the
What up,
motherfucking
Mad
building,
Myles?
nigga. With the motherfucking A-Tap shirt on in this bitch, nigga. Back-to-back champs, nigga. A-Tap going for the fucking 3-peat, so niggas know what the fuck it is. This motherfucking nigga. You know, he being modest. Being modest, 3-peat, nigga. He got the ring on. He got the ring on. We giving you your flowers, nigga. We giving you your flowers while you here. All right.
Yeah,
back
shout out
to
Mad Myles, man.
back to it.
But yeah,
that I mean, that's what I love seeing Joker do. It doesn't have to be him necessarily interacting with Batman, but I love seeing this nigga like just be fucking a psychopath.
But no, I've seen some like little scenes or whatever. They say like some shit go down, like
blow up a
niggas
hospital,
lose their
my nigga.
mind and shit.
And I'm in there. That
Oh,
shit was.
God.
I
Yo.
fucking loved. I loved that scene when that nigga blew that hospital up,
How
nigga.
that
Like,
was
nigga, I don't
walking,
give a
bro.
fuck, bro. Right, this bitch about to fuck. It's out of here, nigga. Hospital, children,
Oh,
women,
man.
cancer patients.
Yo.
This nigga got everybody the fuck out of there.
Shout out to Heath Ledger.
That shit
man.
was hype as fuck,
Rest in
dog.
peace. Still one of the. I love that movie, man.
Yes,
Like,
nigga.
That
shit.
movie.
I done watched that shit a million times, dog.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it gotta be in your top 5, 3 shit. Like for me, dog. Like, I fucking love that movie, man.
Yeah.
I do. Like people be forgetting. I think like since the Zack Snyder, Justice League movies and like the Superman shit, like people kind of forgot. But Batman is usually the go-to, like since Christian Bale, like for like the good storytelling and the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman, I think is gonna be cold as fuck too. Like from what I've heard, they're gonna be adapting. I believe, what is it? See what they adapting. It's like One Long Night. I forgot. I'm sorry, folks, but
Hey man, Robert Pattinson, he can do anything after Twilight, nigga.
yo,
All right,
shout out to him.
that nigga was fucking great in that
it's,
movie.
I think it's a good casting. Like I wasn't one of the niggas that was like all on.
Nah, cause I mean, what he
Yeah,
played
like-
a fucking dark. That was a dark role, nigga. Like
And-
Twilight,
and
that was a
nigga
dark
British.
role for that nigga.
That nigga British. Them niggas know how
that
to
was a
act.
dark role.
All the British
Let me hook
niggas
you
know
in.
how to
Let me
act.
link- let me
bro.
link you in. Let me hook
What's
you
up?
in. Let me hook you in. Hold up.
Oh man, show, bro.
This
We
nigga,
almost
you always find the creep shit. He was.
the R. Kelly.
But that wasn't the only.
Come
That
on,
wasn't the
bro.
only.
Old as fuck with the young girls.
Okay,
bro.
nigga, Jacob,
Yeah, all of them.
bro.
Fucking
No, with
creepy.
they fucking kid, nigga.
That's a fact.
That shit was sick,
Niggas
nigga.
plotting on a
That shit
newborn.
was sick, bro. Baby wasn't even out yet.
He was ready.
He a hound dog, nigga.
licking in heat. Shit crazy.
I will.
Y'all just
repeat
let all that type of shit
for
slide.
everybody, I've never seen any of the Twilight
What,
movies.
nigga? You missed one of the best fighting scenes.
You tell me about this
Ever.
fighting
I'm
scene.
No,
telling
like,
you, bro.
seriously.
That shit was fire.
That shit
as
caused a
fuck,
fight
dog.
In the movie theater, bro. Like niggas is like, what the fuck? Like I could, bro. They stopped. We
Bro.
couldn't even finish the last 5 minutes of the shit. Like we had to go
Bro,
back.
I'm telling you, that shit was hype as hell, nigga. That movie was hype as
Why
fuck.
did
That
the
scene,
Twilight fight
if-
make niggas-
just go, bro. You
I'm
gotta
dead
go
ass,
watch
bro.
it, bro. Like I don't, you gotta go watch
That's why
that
that shit
shit,
funny as fuck, bro.
dog.
Cause I can
niggas
see.
started
Cause I've
scrapping in
seen.
that bitch. And I was
Cause
at
it's not like I'm not familiar. Like I've seen like little parts. Of the
You gotta see that whole. How long is that fight scene? Good 10 minutes,
10-minute
nigga.
fight
Like
scene.
non-stop, cold, nigga. What?
Niggas dying.
werewolves and
Oh man,
vampires.
going at it,
Dying.
nigga.
Both
Going at
sides.
it. Some shit. This shit was on.
shit,
Yeah, that shit was fire. It was
Well,
up there.
Yeah, I believe in
up
my
there.
man's like he'll be able to do all right.
Yeah,
He was
he'll
in
be
Harry
good,
Potter
man.
too. Don't get it twisted, man.
I don't know about all that. Look, that's another series of movies I've never
Kind of
seen.
nerd show is
Team
this?
Jacob, though,
Nigga
man.
ain't never seen Twilight or Harry Potter.
How about you get up on some
Hey.
of our heritage shit? How about,
Whoa,
how about-
nigga coming in.
how
Nigga
about,
coming in.
how about,
What is this?
How about you
No,
respect-
come on,
you
Michael.
keep- No. Turn this shit off. Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off.
Nigga Miles came in this
No,
bitch.
because I'm about to school this nigga, because you weren't at Mecca
came in this
Con.
bitch.
You weren't at Mecca Con. You weren't learning about your history. You weren't learning about your heritage. You talking about all these white pagans. You talking about a bunch of pagans. I'll bring that pagan talk over here.
Shit like that. Shit like
Bringing
that.
that energy.
Shit like that.
Dog.
I'll bring that energy here, Mad Myles.
Dog.
Been a minute.
Come in here cutting in.
Oh man, this nigga that came in and talked about the pedophiles. Hey, my
Facts.
nigga came in this bitch.
Nigga throwing my shit off the rails. All right. Forecast in 5 minutes.
We ain't here.
Sabotage.
A lot of sexual assault to talk about on that show.
All right, peace out. Games on Krack.
My nigga AB is he's 6'9" right now. Dog in his bag on Twitter. He in his bag. Hey
Ben. Hey, Ben.
Y'all remember
Y'all forgot about Ben?
Shannon Sharp still on TV after this? Hey, he going crazy.
Ray Lewis.
He going crazy.
Listen,
Give us the pleasantries of
It's
getting us out of here.
a lot of snitching going on.
It is.
Hey, I don't know what's going on. But, yo, look, man, shout out to Mad Myles coming through, blessing us with his presence. You know what I'm saying? Fucking up my show, as always. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. But no, yeah, I just wanted to, before we wrap up everything, one more time, shout out to Crown, shout out to Mecca Con. I want to thank her for the opportunity to be able to set up. Didn't have any prior relationship. She was very welcoming to.
Yeah, that was
Games on
like
Krack.
some no questions asked.
Yeah, like
y'all
she-
got a table
yeah.
for free.
Like, and to
Like that shit was just fired. Like yeah, here.
and to, you know what I'm saying, like, extend that type of courtesy to us, like, we do really appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who is subscribed to the YouTube. If you're not, check out YouTube, search Games on Krack, anchor.fm/Games on Krack. We are taking donations, cash tag Games on Krack, that's for Cash App, and we have a subscription option, 3 tiers, 99 cents, $4.99, $9.99, whatever you want, not required, always appreciated.
Send us money.
Hey man, niggas broke. I will say that. Niggas is broke. Okay.
Facts. We need some desktop mic stands. So send us some money.
Yeah. Shout
Might
out
have
to
to change my
Fortnite
name.
Batman.
Send us some
Broke ass Miles is here. Shit is crazy.
Broke.
That's what we on.
But yeah,
Oh,
man.
man, we out
Season
We
2,
making it.
episode 7. Play me out, sound guy. Let me swag on these niggas.
It's one of the greatest soundtracks, nigga. It's up there. It's up there in the top 3. Sonic 2. Sonic 2. Yes, it is up there. Oh, hold on.
You are
Let's
bugged the
hold
fuck
on.
out.
All right. Wait. Now we got it.
Hey, nah.
Nah,
Hey,
we
I
gotta
take back
back up.
everything I
Top
say
3?
about this nigga. This nigga
Why
tripping.
not? It's yes, nigga.
Don't quote me yet.
Nah, this
Sonic
nigga
2?
trip- Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, bro.
It's on,
Yeah,
it's on
hold on,
wax
bro.
now,
Hold on.
nigga.
No. Wait. Maybe
Donkey Kong is in my top 3.
it's up there. No,
It
that's
could be.
that's
It could
that's
be.
a
Let me
fact.
see who
I'm
was.
saying just
Go ahead,
like
I'll get
compare.
back to you on
Make
that.
your comparisons.
That's a
Make your comparisons.
bro. That you.
But don't
think it-
you said it too quick. Like
I
it
don't know
was
what Final Fantasy it was, but it was
7.
it gotta be.
7 or 8.
7 got some. 7 got
They
some
had a
motherfucking,
dog ass soundtrack.
7 or 8 got some heat.
get
Sonic
back
2
to
is fucking fire though, bro. Come
No,
on.
I ain't say it wasn't, but you just went.
Nah,
Nigga,
nah.
top
You
3.
was too quick. You was
That's
you
my
was really quick to be like it ain't in the top 3.
Yeah, nigga, them niggas has the way that shit drops is fire as hell, bro. You knew you was about to get your ass beat.
Hey, this nigga Robotnik.
Knew you was about to get
Hey,
your ass beat
nigga,
when that
what's up?
came on.
Shout out to all the women that shaped like Dr. Robotnik out here. Y'all been acting up.
With your flats.
Thanks to Lizzo,
Always
bro.
wearing flats.
Thanks to Lizzo, my nigga. They had an article that said
Stop
we should.
skipping leg day,
They said
ladies.
we should love our fat friends as
Love
much as
our
we
fat
as
friends.
much as we love Lizzo. There's an article going around.
What?
Yeah, or as much as we pretend to is what they
See,
said.
I wasn't going all there.
All right, look, yo, Games on Krack, dog. Season 2, episode 7. Shout out to everybody in the building. Bianca, Mad Myles, Slaps, me, Love you. We'll do better next time.
Do you really?
Don't put me on spot, bro.